We've been using FOIL to multiply these binomials together, but there is a shortcut that occasionally occurs, and that is if you happen to notice that the two things you're multiplying together are identical. Notice 70 and a 6, 70 and a 6, with the exception that one of them has a plus in the middle and the other one has a minus in the middle. The name of this, they're called conjugates. So if you notice that you're multiplying conjugates together, you can skip outer and inner and just do first times first and last times last. So it only happens when you notice they're exactly the same, one's plus, one's minus. So I'm going to multiply it all out, but I'll show you that the middles cancel, and then we'll do one where we just skip it. Okay, so for this one here, when I grab my little smiley face here, just to help us, oh my goodness, grab my smiley face to help us see what's first, outer, inner, last. So what's first here, I have 70 and 7D, those are in the front. So I'm gonna put those here and here. Okay, so first times first, outer, so that's the 7D, the red one's connecting those, 7D and -6. And then the ones on the inside here are 6 and 7D. And then last, 6 and -6 are on the end there. Okay. So if I multiply the ones that are first, 7 times 7 is 49. D times D is D squared, so that one is 49D squared. And then here, -6 times 7 times D, you can multiply in any order we want. So -6 times 7 is -42 with a D. 6 times 7 times D is plus 42D. And then 6 times -6 is -36. So notice that these end up being opposites, and that will always happen. So if I would have noticed up front, then I could have just completely skipped doing O and I and just done first times first to get 49D squared and last times last to get -36 and done a bit less work. Okay, so I'm gonna do one where I actually skip it because I notice. Okay, so here I notice that we have 7y minus 5z and a 7y plus 5z. They're exactly the same except for in the middle, one's minus and one's plus. So in FOIL, I can skip the outer and the inner. All I need to do is the first times the first and the last times the last. So I'm gonna grab the 7y, that's my first, my other 7y first, and then last times last is -5z times +5z, and I'm going to just, for our notes purposes, our notes purposes here, go ahead and grab these X's to indicate that I am, well, that's not really helping, but I'm going to completely ignore this one and this one. So 7y times 7y, 7 times 7 is 49, and y times y is y squared. And -5z times +5z is a -25z to the second. And our final answer is 49y squared minus 25z squared. If you don't happen to notice they're conjugates and you do outer and inner, they're gonna cancel out and it's fine. But it's a bit of a shortcut if you notice that the two you're multiplying are conjugates.